Alright, hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between SaysO versus Thunder. A game taken from Real Cup 4. If you don't know too much about this particular cup or all of the events, well, you are not alone. So this revival of WarCraft 3 here in 2020 has been a blessing, a lot more events going on, but as well, WGL, the largest Warcraft 3 tournament in the world going on right now, taking this time to shift off to, some of the smaller games, since I'm sure a lot of you guys are already following so much of the Warcraft 3 action. Xanderdorn, thank you for the follow. Or no, not for the follow. I'm not even thinking straight this morning. It's been a long week and it's only Tuesday. Thank you for joining me this fine morning as things are already getting underway. Anyways, Thunder is spawning as the red human over here on the bottom left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, SaysO spawning as, well, the blue undead over here on the top right. This is going to be a human versus undead matchup, and I am really looking to see how this game is going to be played out. Human versus undead in this 1v1 matchup here. And, well, lately, a couple months ago, it really felt like undead and human were really some of the stronger races, and then all of a sudden, with the recent balance patches and recent nerfs and buffs, it really feels like undead all of a sudden is just now like a hop, skip, and a jump. A giant leap better than a human. It feels like certain matchups, are just really difficult for the human now, and we'll see if that's going to continue to be the case here as we're looking at Militia now making their rounds out. Archmage going to go ahead and move out across the map, going to be doing a little bit of harassment. Meanwhile, over here on the top right, we are looking at the Death Knight, or not Death Knight, Crypt Lord, going to quickly sell his Scroll of Town Portal, and now perhaps is he going to pick up an Essence of Blight? Nope, bought a Dust of Appearance and then decided to sell it back, a little bit of wasted gold, and now make his way out. Could have also unsummoned this Altar of Darkness to get a little bit of gold and perhaps set up that expansion slightly faster, as we're looking at, well, the Essence of Blight being used already to try and clear out this Ice Troll creep count. In years past, the undead, one of their weaknesses was their inability or the difficulty they had in trying to expand. That is no longer the case with that Crypt Lord, Rod of Necromancy, these carrion beetles, and that essence of, or that blight with that sacrificial scroll, allowing them to place down an early ziggurat. Also, on top of that, it is much easier to haunt a gold mine in terms of cost than perhaps set up a necropolis. Necropolis is optional, but we are going to be seeing a necropolis now being placed down. Not much. Dreadlord also works for fast expansions. Definitely the case. It went from, well, human players having militia clearing of an expansion being one of the best and easiest ways to set up an expansion, to all of a sudden human players, and you got to remember, for years and years, a human player on 2 bases was almost equivalent to an undead player on 1. Don't know quite how that worked. It was probably, and if you look at the old replays, which you can't do anymore, if you look at the old games on YouTube, you'll most likely see that the undead went for a very fast tech to tier 3 and was able to use tier 3 units in order to really fight back here. We are looking at one Nerubian tower already in play, and Thunder doing what he can to try and shut down this necropolis as it's getting added up. Coming back around, and no Acolyte to cause any repairs. In comes that Crypt Lord. Crypt Lord is sitting at level 2. Damage is already coming in. Are we going to perhaps be looking at an Impale? Yes, we are. Temporarily stunning a lot of these units, as the Nerubian tower is already down to 143 hit points. Damage is going to get added up. This expansion attempt looks like it's coming to an end, but a lot of damage already added already. Double Water Elementals sitting at level 3, and Thunder winning in the experience war here, and hence the reason why he's able to do any of this, as two level 2 Water Elementals able to push back and do a lot of damage now. However, the Archmage is going to be low on mana, not going to be able to continue this attack, as we're looking at that Ghoul finally taken down. Alright, Necropolis is training up some more Acolytes. Ghouls are getting taken down. Is the Archmage going to be forced to use that Potion of Healing, down to 55 hit points? The Beetles are getting in the front and able to escape. at 48 hit points. Units now looking to back up here. More things being resummoned. Perhaps the Archmage is going to go ahead and try to use that potion of healing and then rejoin in on the fight. Archmage does have a good amount of mana and will be able to drop another level 2 water elemental here in just a moment. Meanwhile, we're looking at the Archmage battling it up against the Crypt Lord here as more beetles are getting added in. All right, that new base being resummoned. A lot of pressure coming across from Thunder, or on the Thunder as no, from Thunder, sorry. The left and right is a little bit swapped here as we're looking at, well, Thunder doing a great job just putting in all of that pressure. Can someone explain why Undead very often build Necropolis on expansion? What's the reason to have such an expensive building? The reason is, well, unlike the other races, normally you only go for 5 acolytes. Your other workers, quote-unquote workers, are also ghouls. So unlike human players, orc players, and night elf players, if you want to actually want to get units into your expansion, your acolytes to haunt that gold mine, you need 10 acolytes. And because you're often also trying to tech to tier 2 as well, sometimes if your expansion is harassed, there is no easy way to try and saturate that gold mine unless you have a second necropolis. Also, obviously, the necropolis is the only building that you can target for a scroll of town portal if you are trying to defend that location. So that's what's really going on there. Both reasons, town portal and also being able to train up acolytes to saturate that expansion while you are upgrading. Also, the fact that it provides a little bit of supply always definitely helps as well. But it's close to your main. Thanks. Not close enough. Yeah. Not. Sometimes literally 1 second makes a difference. I've already talked about this in WarCraft 3 or any RTS. In any RTS, it is a game of seconds. You are trying to get really time advantage over any of your opponents. If you think about it, and any strategy, any build, any unit combination of heroes, units, experience, the size of your army, if you had an infinite amount of time, you could definitely do it, save for trying to get a level 6 hero since you can't gain experience after level 5 from creeps, or if you run out of creeps. But really, it is a game of seconds. So that's the reason why 1 second can make a difference. We've seen split-second plays work out as well. Yet time is often a forgotten resource. Definitely, time translates to gold. Time translates to hit points. Time translates to money. All of those things. That is the reason why what all real-time strategy games have in common, since it is quote-unquote real-time. Coming back to this here, we're looking at the Archmage sitting at level 4, Goblin Zeppelin picked up, Panda sitting at level 2, Thunder now pushing out 37 over 42 supply, and we're looking at this carry on, this very wide army coming in from the Crypt Lord already. No scroll of Town Portal, does have a scroll of healing though, and with all of these melee units trying to attack these Murlocs off in the corner, well, how far is he perhaps really going to get? Alright, Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3, trying to use that Rod of Necromancy. Is he going to pick up that last one? I'm going to go ahead and get in some beetles as well, as we are looking at a Goblin Zeppelin about to go ahead and dive bomb into this location off over here. All right, there is the necropolis, there is that full saturation, and what you can often see here is if these acolytes do get taken down, well, we know that SaysO has the option to try and train up acolytes off at the other side of the map, so he's not going to get as far behind. Acolytes now going to be coming back to try and repair. There is a little bit of damage coming back across as the Panda is easily now taking down acolyte after acolyte. Are acolytes being trained up? Yes, they are, and well, SaysO already knows the situation that he is in as he's coming in to join in on the fight. Ziggurat coming back across here. You can take a look. All of the carry-on beetles, all of these units, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire units are trying to fight their way back again. And so far, Thunder is doing a great job trying to just shut down one expansion after another, as these beetles could end up getting taken down. Goblin Zeppelin is purposely picking up all of the lower hit point units as the Spirit Tower is now operational. Acolytes are also falling as well, as we're looking at the Panda sitting at level 2. Halls of the Dead now completed. Acolytes are getting trained up as the Panda, now low on hit points, backing away. There goes the Haunted Gold Mine. And the Acolytes repairing was not enough. Going to be forced to resummon that right there. All right, major harassment coming across now as, well, SaysO is trying to re-establish up his expansion. Human pretty much trying to do basically everything he possibly can to hold off his opponent and keep him at bay. Expansion is up. Level 4 versus level 4 and level 2. Haunted Goldmine will be ready up here in just a moment. Perhaps adding in another Nerubian tower would be a good effort. That is a lot of acolytes, as we're now looking at a slaughterhouse coming online. That says so. That says so. All right. SaysO. Oh, not SaysO. Alright, you should really focus. Oh, there goes that Goblin Zeppelin. Scroll of Town Portal in order to try to head back out here. Panda come across with another Breath of Fire, but all of those units will be able to stay alive. I read Camel Case, so if someone has SaysO versus SaysO, right, that is a difference there. Extra Acolytes. Perhaps there will be an army of Shades later. There are, what, already 8 Acolytes out onto the field here. 5 Acolytes here. Not quite sure why the undead player has 13 Acolytes here, as the Crypt Lord is continuing to fight his way through and now going after the Overlord Arachnid here. Gonna get closer to level 5, not yet quite there, but has a large number just in case. Gargoyle still wandering around the map here. We are looking at Dragonhawk Riders there to counteract the Gargoyles. Army 48 supply compared to 40, as SaysO is still, yes, that Camel Case is really messing me up. Just one, well, trying to clear out and perhaps get that Panda up to level 3. We are getting up some Ivory Towers now, and well, perhaps a fast expansion off over here is exactly what the Doctor ordered to try and stay alive. 48 supply over 48 for the human player, 47 over 70. A little bit of extra gold coming in so far from the undead side, but it is going to quickly switch around, as the human player should be able to speed build of this expansion now. All right, in comes the Town Hall. We are getting into low upkeep now for the undead. Are we getting low upkeep for the human? Not quite yet here, as the units are going to be making a bit of a move. All right, Gargoyles are in the air. Are going to try to go after the units. Gargoyles, well, there is two Dragonhawk Riders right there, and are they going to be able to perhaps finish off the Dragonhawk Riders? That is the quick question. One Dragonhawk Rider, Holy Light, trying to save. The other Gargoyle could end up getting taken down, and there goes another beautiful guard tower placement, as both Gargoyles are taken down so quickly. Level 5 now on the Crippler, continuing to fight. Breath of Fire to try to counteract all of the ghouls and all of these carrion beetles. But the carrion beetles deal 22 to 27 damage, pretty much the strength of a grunt. All right, that is a lot of grunts pretty much just wandering around, even though they do take additional damage from these arcane towers, as building after building getting lost here. All right, Brewmaster getting low on hit points. Paladin, is he going to end up getting taken down? That Vampiric Aura is helping out quite a little bit, but it looks like this, well, entire attack is going to start to fall short. Beetle after Beetle about to fall here, as the Gargoyles are forced to pull back. Obsidian statue now destroyed, and SaysO just really overstaying his welcome right now. Level 4 and Breath of Fire finishing off that one obsidian statue, as the units are retreating. 47 supply over 70 compared to 43 over 48. Human is starting to, well, catch, I hate to say catch back up, but Human does have the slight advantage right now, as the Crypt Lord is getting closer to level 6. That big Minotaur has the ability Frostbolt, which is similar to Stormbolt, with extra benefit of being able to cast it on buildings. Really good idea with the Dragonhawks. Yeah, use of the Dragonhawks right there, incredibly important. Being able to get, and also getting 2 Dragonhawks was important. Being able to lock down 2 at the same time. We are looking at a large number of guard towers here. Gonna make this, well, entire stay very difficult, as the Arcane Tower now, well, feedbacking all of that mana from that Crypt Lord. Damage is adding up. Are we gonna see a little bit more mana coming in here? There goes one Beetle, as well, in comes the Crypt Lord trying to finish off all of these units now. There's a Shackle from the back finishing off one unit. There goes the Arcane Tower, but the Crypt Lord may just pretty much have overstayed his welcome. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, all the units are now needing to run back again, as all of a sudden the Crypt Lord is so close to level 6, but it may not matter. Level 6 Crypt Lord still having a difficult time, as well it's going to retreat. 270 gold coming in from the human, or sitting at, well, take a look at the top side. 52 supply going up against 45, as the Dragonhawk Riders will be able to shackle down these gargoyles here in just a moment. Still no sign of a Death Knight, as the Obsidian statue, well, gonna end up getting taken down here pretty quickly. There it goes. All right, Obsidian statue still trying to provide a lot of healing. There is a scroll of healing being used. Meanwhile, water elementals going after all of those gargoyles. Gargoyles need to go after the Dragonhawk Riders who are stationary, as the Paladin can easily just wholly light down one of those gargoyles there. All right, more damage coming across. The Crypt Lord trying to retreat all the way back. Obsidian statue still healing up all of those gargoyles once again. Plenty of acolytes while trying to set up an expansion, and that expansion is actually down trying to take his opponent's expansion. So that is a bit of a ninja expansion coming in from SaysO. Meanwhile, Thunder is ready to push forward, perhaps using Cloud. There it is. There is Cloud shutting down both of these Nerubian towers, and now finishing off all of these acolytes. Meanwhile, making his way back off to the north, Crypt Lord going to go ahead and, well, try and protect all of this location here. Units are now diving in far to the back. The Nerubian towers pretty much come to an end, or the shutdown pretty much coming to an end, as the Crypt Lord is showing up to the party looking to finish off a handful of units. Destroyers are out in the air. Are they going to start perhaps devouring magic? There you go, getting in a little bit of devour magic to regenerate some of those hit points. Human has been adapting well, but, well, we are looking at what, 1,000 gold, looking at 0 gold right now, and Thunder can easily build up an instantaneous, large and powerful army if the time and opportunity comes. Destroyer going to go ahead and devour more magic, as well as the units are still fighting their way through. There goes another water elemental. Crypt Lord should be making its way back down, as the Paladin sitting at level 2 does not have devotion aura, so it should have divine shield and should be able to slip away. Will I cast another game after this? I will cast one more, maybe two, depending on time, as the Destroyers now making their way back down. In comes the Gargoyles. Gargoyles trying to finish off more units. However, Panda with level 2 Breath of Fire able to finish off some more units again. Death Knight now out onto the battlefield, as the Crypt Lord is still making its way down. One Obsidian statue to provide a little bit of mana, as we're looking at another base here. All right, Death Knight could consider trying to pick up a little bit more experience. Crypt Lord can give items over. There is still that Gloves of Haste off to the side, and it is now a 3-base undead going up against a 2-base human. Words I never thought I would say in Warcraft 3. Undead actually eventually going to be getting up on expansions on a human here, and with the way the map is positioned, SaysO is actually in a very good spot. He's actually kind of cornered off his own expansion here, as the Magnetar Reaver, well, he should be able to clear out that Magnetar Reaver without much difficulty. Crypt Lord, oh my goodness. Crypt Lord going to be trying to protect this expansion here. It is going to end up easily falling, though. You can see a large number of flying machines, knights, Dragonhawk Riders, Panda, and the heroes are now pushing on through. And this, yeah, this is going to end up falling. We should be looking at an unsummoning of all of these buildings. Come on, unsummon those buildings, get that gold back. But what does that buy? It buys time to go after a difficult creep camp. Death Knight will be able to get up to level 2 and grab up Unholy Aura, as the units are all now just trying to chase after. Oh, Thunder actually knowing perhaps something is a bit off, saying, you know what, if my opponent was ready to just use a scroll of or unsummon everything, maybe I should just try and go after dive on here. Death Knight going to be taking a large amount of damage. We are looking at, well, a little bit of shock here. Flying machines, Crypt Lord coming across here. Death Knight gets Holy Light, going to get finished off here. What is going on? Who's going to get the experience? Paladin gets the Brilliance Aura, but the Crypt Lord, it does get the experience. Are we going to see a Scroll of Town Portal, as the flying machines are taking a large, well, flying machines are just nowhere or everywhere in sight, unable to attack anything. Well, no, they have the bombs. No, flying machines, do not have the bombs. I take it back. Lich is now looking to back up. Abomination going to be diving on into a tough spot. Crypt Lord is just getting in some free damage across all of these units as the Crypt Lord is trying to chase after the knights here. All right. What is going to end up happening? No buildings down across here, regardless of what the minimap says. Thunder with the larger army, and the Carrion Beetles still pushing their way through. Breath of Fire across multiple of those Carrion Beetles. Holy Light trying to finish off these Beetles now. They are still rather strong as the Crypt Lord continuing this battle once again. Staff of Sanctuary now starting to save units, and this, I think it's firm to say, Thunder with the big advantage now in this battle as the fight is continuing to put on pressure. All right, there goes an Abomination. One more shot. There it goes down. Brewmaster back up to north 400 hit points as all of a sudden that Lich is about to get taken down. One more Fireball down to 13 hit points. It's trying to stay involved in this fight while dealing damage here. That Crypt Lord does have massive armor and still fighting their way through, getting in a large amount of damage. Holy Light, however, going to finish off that one Lich there as the level 1 Lich just falls over. Abomination down to 52 hit points. It down to 21 hit points. Is it going to end up getting taken down? Death Knight shows up to the party, but the Archmage already doing so much damage. Water Elemental being dropped into play to finish off more units. There goes an Impale. Brewmaster could be in trouble. Death Knight, no Death Coil. How much damage can really be done here? Death Knight gonna go ahead and heal up the Crypt Lord instead, as we're looking at the Destroyer trying to finish off. Well, there is a Devour Magic able to stay alive temporarily as the Death Knight and the Lich, or sorry, Death Knight and the Crypt Lord still in play. Lich getting resurrected. Scroll of Town Portal now finally being used by SaysO. All right, SaysO gonna go ahead and Scroll of Town Portal back to try and save this location. There is that siege damage being used to drop down, take or stop this haunted gold mine. We are looking at the Destroyer off over here. Destroyer not going to be able to do all that much. We should be looking at the Lich getting resurrected. There it is, now back out onto the field as well. Thunder is owning the experience race, also owning the supply race, and also owning the overall gold and economic race. Not that unusual anymore. Yeah, level 6 Crypt Lord and not that unusual. The Locust Swarm having a very, very, well, big effect in the game, but he is currently low on mana. Well, uses a potion of mana to try and recover much of that, getting in some more Carrion Beetles as well. 22 to 27 damage. Yeah, those Beetles extremely powerful. 22 to 27 damage. 2 Beetles, essentially the same strength as a knight, if you look and think about it that way, in terms of damage, and they are just summoned units that don't normally die. Crypt Fiends are out. They do believe, I believe they do have Web, as we are now looking at an expansion attempt coming in from Thunder. Blight now, well, being cleared back. As the Scout Towers clear back that Blight, we are looking at a couple of Banshees all in play here. A couple of Curses. Crypt Lord's going to be coming back here as we see a Breath of Fire, well, affecting many of the Banshees and other units. All right, 73 supply going up against 64. Griffins are in play. Obsidian Statues are trying to heal. Destroyers are right there. Staff of Sanctuary saving a couple of units again as the Death Knight, well, engaging. All right, in comes that Locust Swarm to have a big impact on the battle right now. All of those flying machines, are they really going to be able to do all that much? As where is the human army? The human 69 supply army just seems rather low, as all of those units are still backing away. All right, in comes a Knight. Knight may end up having a very bad day indeed, as a Griffin making its way overhead as well. There goes a quick web, and that is going to be some free experience for that Lich, and getting closer to level 3. Death Knight should be able to get to, well, where is the Death Knight? Death Knight off over here, nowhere nearby, as an expansion getting set up, well, by the undead. So it is going to be 3 to 3. Meanwhile, the flying machines have cleared out the expansion off to the north. Not enough. That was where the majority of the army was. These flying machines doing 7 to 8 siege damage per attack, as the units are now, well, trying to shift and rotate once more. So far we're looking at, well, saturated gold mine here. Main gold mines only have 2 minutes of mining left. This gold mine has already been mined out, so it is 1 base versus 1 base, as both players are trying to set up a follow-up location. Meanwhile, Death Knight with Unholy Aura able to move around so quickly. Crypt Fiends are going to be forced to back up here, but they are on Blight with the Death Knight now nearby. Level 2 Death Coil should be helpful here. Where is the Death Coil? There's the Holy Light finishing off. There's an Impale on the Brewmaster. Staff of Sanctuary saving it, though, as we are looking at the flying machine getting taken out. All right. Water Elemental once again making it difficult. Are we going to see another Devour Magic? A Destroyer could easily just Devour Magic, get in a little bit more hit points. Water Elemental will get taken down. Lich not going to get up to level 3 though, as the Death Knight falls at level 3. All right. Paladin, Archmage. Paladin now able to heal up a level 6 Archmage able to just mass teleport out of any sticky situation. 72 supply compared to 50. And as we're looking at, well, a couple of scout towers down across over here that could get cleared up. The army of flying machines actually making it difficult to set up any expansions. And we'll see where these flying machines will perhaps try and go next. Breath of Fire not available to the undead. That's exactly what well, the undead player needs to deal with all of these flying machines since they've been able to just constantly pester him in the skies. All right, one destroyer greatly out of position, gonna get taken down in a second, but there it goes. Thank you for the sub, as the Crypt Lord is back in play, but still is not getting that Locust Swarm as of yet. Flying machines now dive bombing onto all of those Obsidian statues in the back. There goes a quick impale, Breath of Fire across those Obsidian statues. And SaysO going to end up losing to Thunder in this matchup. 75 supply versus 47 in this battle here. Just going to be a matter of time. And as this was completely a one-sided battle throughout the match. Yeah, well, did it swap positions? And yeah, it did swap positions. So Thunder easily taking this game over SaysO. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.